Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm very excited because I am filming my pregnancy Q&A for my second pregnancy. That was really weird and awkward. It's really exciting that I'm starting to film this because my first ever YouTube video was a Q&A for my pregnancy with Riley, and it's really funny to watch back because I've like got my hair's blow dried, I've got my lips overfilled, and I'm just sat there like really awkwardly like it was my first ever video, and I'm like, so yeah, like I don't know, I haven't watched it and I'll never watch that video back because it just cringes me out. But yeah, if I sound really out of breath, it's because I am, like literally just existing at the moment is exhausting for me. But yeah, I'm going to answer some of your questions. Very excited. I am so happy and so blessed to be pregnant again with my second child, and we're gonna get right into the video. By the way, I look like an egg, I look disgusting. I did actually try and put a little bit of makeup on for you guys. It might not be showing up well on the camera, I might look a state but we move. Right, let me get up the questions. So I don't really know how this video is gonna go. Haven't really looked at the questions, haven't planned anything out, so I don't know, it could be a long video, it could be short. Let's have a look. I can't get the questions up. Where are they? Oh, some of the questions are really weird, so I'm not gonna answer them. Like some of them are really weird, like from weirdo men. I look disgusting, sorry. Right, so the first question I'm going to sort of do it in order. So I have got when are you due, and how far along are you pregnant. So I am due on the 5th of January, and I think I'm going to give birth on the 31st of December because that is my mum's birthday. I'm putting that prediction out there. I'm going to give birth on my mum's birthday because I've said the whole time, like, this pregnancy, if it's a girl, I'm going to name it after my mum. The middle name, not the first name. We have a first name, by the way, guys, if it's a girl. But yeah, I think I'm gonna give birth on my mum's birthday, which is the 31st of December. And I have it in my head that I'm gonna have a December baby because of a load of things that I will explain further on in the video, but I just think it's gonna be a December baby because of the way that I've manifested this baby. It makes sense that it would be born in December. I am, how far along am I? I am 14, I'm 15, no I'm not. 14 weeks and 1 day? I don't know, do you know what, it's really bad because last pregnancy I always knew how far along I am and I keep forgetting. I'm either 14 weeks and 1 day or 15 weeks and 1 day. I think I'm 14 weeks and 1 day. Oh, that's kind of bad. How far pregnant am I? 5th of Jan due date. I'm 15 weeks pregnant. Woo! I made it through 15 weeks mark. Oh yeah, that makes sense because I've got my, this is another question that was asked, when are you going to find out the gender, if you are going to find out the gender. Next Saturday we have our gender scan, and you can only have a gender scan at 16 weeks, so why did I not like figure that out? I'm 15 weeks yesterday, so next Saturday I'm going to be 16 weeks and 1 day, and we have our gender reveal scan. Does my voice sound really husky? I feel like I sound really husky right now. It's because I've got a little bit of a cold. But yeah, we have our gender scan on Saturday, and then we're going to find out the gender on Sunday. With Riley, we done like this huge firework display. It was amazing, incredible. But we're just going to do something a little bit more low-key this time. And my friend Sunny, she does balloons, so she's called Get Lit Essex on Instagram. You guys should follow her because she's really good. She does all my balloons for me, like everything for Riley, and she's gonna do my gender reveal balloon. It's like a big question mark because I don't want it to be like too basic, so she's doing like a big question mark out of little balloons, and then in the middle of the question mark it's going to be another balloon with the baby's gender, and I'm excited for that. It's going to be amazing. Okay, so a lot of people are saying like, how did Riley react? Riley's 2, so he's not really reacted. I mean, he knows that there's something in my belly, and he always kisses my belly. He calls it a baby and tummy mummy. So this is my background picture on my phone. It's the baby. and he calls it baby and tummy mummy. It's really cute. But now, like recently, he's starting to get like a bit defensive about the fact that there's a baby in my belly, because he has a teddy bear called Baby. He's like this little blue teddy bear. I'll insert a picture if I can. And he holds it and he goes, no, that's my baby. Baby's in my hand. And me and Luke are like, no, baby's in mummy's tummy. Like, there's two babies, like one's your toy and one's in mummy's belly. And he's like, no, that's my baby in my hand. And yeah, he's getting a little bit, tiny little bit annoyed about it. Not annoyed, but like, he's like, no, this is my baby, this is my only baby. So, and he also thinks that it's a T-Rex inside my belly. He's got a thing for dinosaurs at the moment, so he thinks it's a T-Rex inside my belly. A lot of people are asking, how did I find out? So, this is a funny story. Well, it's not funny. It's not funny at all, actually. So, most of you might know that I had a miscarriage in December, and I was 9 weeks pregnant when I had a miscarriage in December. It was literally like 2 weeks before my birthday, 3 weeks before Christmas. It was very, very hard and traumatic for me to deal with. I say that with a smile on my face. I shouldn't say that, with a smile on my face. But yeah, it was extremely hard for me to deal with. What was the question? Oh yeah, so basically I got really delusional, and it's really, it's not horrible to think about, but I got extremely delusional to the point where I didn't believe that I wasn't pregnant. I had to do multiple tests a week. I was spending a fortune doing pregnancy tests, because I'd have like a headache and I'd be like, I'm pregnant, or I'd feel a bit sick and I'd be like, I'm still pregnant. And yeah, the delusion got really bad, especially towards the end of the month. And my period came at the end of the month, at like the beginning and end of the month. So towards the end of the month, I was doing multiple pregnancy tests, like sometimes multiple tests a day. And then it got to the point, I think it was just getting into April, and I was like, I'm not doing this again. I literally put my foot down and I was like, right, I'm not going to buy another pregnancy test. I can't do this to myself. It was torture, like thinking, no, like, what if I'm pregnant? Doing a test, wait for the test, being like, I'm not pregnant. It was literally torture for me seeing a not pregnant sign. So I was like, I can't do that again. I had a test and I just left it in the cupboard, and I was like, the next time that I take a pregnancy test, it's going to be the one when I'm pregnant. Oh, it's going to make me cry. It's going to be the one when I'm pregnant. And it was a digital blue test, and normally I was doing the ones that weren't digital, and I feel like I'm so happy that it was a digital test, because if it wasn't digital, I would have gone crazy thinking, is there a line there, is there not a line there? And I took the test. Okay, so I took the test. I was in bed. It was a Wednesday, and no, I wasn't in bed. It was a Wednesday. Riley and Luke were downstairs. It was a football match. There was a football match on, and Arsenal were losing, by the way, guys. And I got in the bath, and in the bath I think, oh my god, I can feel, by the way, this was 10 days before my period was due, 10 days before. I was like, oh my god, I can feel a baby kicking. There's a baby inside me. It's the delusion again, but I was like, no, I'm sure there's a baby inside me. And I was like, I've got a test. I said that I wouldn't take a test, but I'm just going to take it. I know that I'm 10 days before my period, so even if I was pregnant, it's impossible that this test is going to show up, because the tests detect like 7 days early. I was like, okay, so like, so I took the test, put the test in a cupboard that I have in my bathroom, and then started changing my bed sheets. Went to check, and it was still loading. So on the digital ones, it like does this loading thing, and it takes like forever. It literally feels like it takes forever. It only takes 2 minutes, but it's the longest 2 minutes of your life. So I took the test, put it in the cupboard, looked back, it hadn't loaded yet, continued changing my sheets, and in my head I'm thinking, oh, I'm gonna go to bed tonight upset. It was like 8 or 9 o'clock at night. I was like, well, it couldn't have been that late because Riley was still awake, but he does stay up quite late sometimes. I was changing the sheets. I was like, oh, I'm gonna go to bed upset. But then I had like these butterflies, but I got these butterflies whenever I'd done a pregnancy test. So I was like, oh, but like, what if it does say that I am, then it's gonna be the best night ever of my life. went back to the cupboard. I have a video of my reaction. I hope I've still got it on my phone. I might have accidentally deleted it, but I hope I still have it. So I went back to the cupboard, opened up the cupboard, didn't think to have my phone in my hands to film the reaction, because I've done so many pregnancy tests, and I filmed so many me looking at the pregnancy test and it's saying no, like you're not pregnant, and I just didn't want to do that again. I thought it's just cringy. It just keeps saying no. Looked in the cupboard and it said pregnant, and I was like I was like that, grabbed my phone, was like, I need to get this on camera, and I was literally like freaking out. I was like, oh my god, I was shaking. I sat in the bed, I was shaking, I was like, and I wanted to tell Luke in like a special way and like film his reaction and everything. I did actually film his reaction, but I went to that as well. He just basically looked at him and went, again? But I literally shouted. I went, Luke, I've got something to tell you. I went, shut your eyes, gave him the test, and he went, again? And yeah, that was basically how I found out, and how I told Luke, so that answers 2 questions in one thing. And then where the delusion was so bad, it's kind of sad. So I slept with the pregnancy test next to me on the bed because I was convinced that I had made up that it said pregnant. Like, it was really, really bad actually. Like, I had to sleep with it next to me so that I could look at it and see that I wasn't to see that I actually was pregnant. And I took a picture of the test, and I kept looking at the picture because I kept thinking, are my eyes making this up? Like, am I actually pregnant? Because I was so delusional. Anyways, that's the answer of how I found out that I was pregnant. Right, have I had any cravings? Yes, I've had some very weird cravings. So I think it was like at the very beginning of my pregnancy, I was craving a pizza sauce, raw pizza sauce and raw mozzarella. Like, you know when you go to the we used to go to the place and make pizzas, and they bring out the pizza sauce, the mozzarella, like all the toppings that you're gonna have. That was what I was craving. So I ordered it on Deliveroo, and the wrong thing came, and it was a nightmare. Like, I ordered all the stuff, and for some reason a pizza came. A pizza with like the sauce on the top came, but it needed cooking. I don't know, I ordered the wrong thing, and I had a meltdown. Went to the cupboard downstairs to see what I had, and I had a tin of tomatoes, and I drank the tin of tomatoes. Like, I didn't eat the tomatoes. It's disgusting thinking about it. I didn't eat the tomatoes. I drank the sauce that the tomatoes were in. It was disgusting. I've had a few more cravings. My cravings have been a bit more intense this pregnancy, but I can't think right now. Right, did you have any signs before you took a test? Like I said, I didn't actually have any pregnancy signs, no, but the delusion made me think that I did. The delusion made me think that I could feel the baby kicking. Obviously the baby was like a dot, so there was no way that it was kicking. But I feel like it was sort of like the baby telling me, you're pregnant, take a test. What's your maternity style? My maternity style is nothing. Like, I don't really think I have a style anyway. Like, I don't know, I'm very laid back, and I love fashion and all that good stuff. I love dressing up and getting good outfits, but when I'm at home on my own, I just wear tracksuits. Like, right now I put on this set which is feeling really uncomfortable to me, but I'm going out for breakfast in a bit with my mum and my sister, so I just wanted to look a little bit more put together. Anyways, who wants to see the bump? The bump is like non-existent right now. The bump sometimes looks huge and sometimes looks tiny. It is 9 o'clock in the morning right now, so that's probably why it looks tiny. Will you do a gender reveal or waiting until the birth? I've actually already answered that. How did others react? Did you film those closest to react? So I actually texted my mum. I went for the So we was really lucky because we got a 6-week scan. It's not normal that you get a 6-week scan for free anywhere. Like, you normally have to pay if you want a 6-week scan. But because I've now had 2 miscarriages, you might not know that about me, but I've had 2 miscarriages. So my pregnancy, this pregnancy is deemed as a, what was it called? It's like a dangerous pregnancy, or like, that wasn't the right word. I don't know what the word is. I can't think right now. But that pregnancy was, it was like, basically they needed to check that the baby was going to be fine at 6 weeks. Done a 6-week scan. Luke actually couldn't come in with me because I hadn't told anyone yet that we was having a baby. We had to bring Riley with us, and children aren't allowed in the scan room, at the hospital, that is anyway. If you book a private scan, then your children are allowed in. I don't know if it's different at other hospitals, but the hospital that we go to, children are not allowed in the scan room. So Luke and Riley had to wait outside. I was crying before I even went into the scan. Luke was like, why are you crying? I was like, I'm just so scared that it's going to say that it's not got a heartbeat or something like that. Like, I was literally, it makes me really emotional thinking about like now. Like, I was literally like hyperventilating. Like, I was just so scared. Went in, it was like the transvaginal scan, so they like put the probe inside you and then see. And she went, and she's not allowed to like turn the screen around and show me, but she did. And I just burst out crying. And you're not actually allowed to take like pictures of it, but I took the picture. I insert the picture here. I took a picture and she showed me the heartbeat and everything, and it just makes me so emotional now thinking about it, because I literally sat there crying my eyes out, and I was just so happy. I've never been that happy in my life, I don't think. Like, I was literally like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. What was the question? Oh, that was the how, oh yeah, that was the how did others react question. So then I got the picture, and then I sent the picture to my mum, just mid-conversation. I was like, who are you with? She was like, no one. She was actually with her friend Kate. She was at a spa. She was like, no one, just Kate. And I was like, okay. Sent her the picture, and she was like, oh my god. And then I sent the picture to my group chat with my family, sent the picture to everyone. I told my gran, well, she came round, and so we had a picture of Riley wearing a top that said Big Brother, and I gave her that picture, and she opened it up and she went, Big Brother, does that say you're going to be a Big Brother? And she was like, she didn't understand that he was wearing a Big Brother top. And then there was another picture of the scan. She just didn't put 2 and 2 together. She was like, what? Who else did we tell face to face? I haven't got videos of anyone. I've got a video of Adam, who is Luke's dad, video of Luke's dad reacting to it. But and then again, like, we just sent a picture and we told Luke's mum to record his reaction, and he went, they're pregnant. And that was basically it. I'll insert the videos that I do have. Will I have a baby shower? To be honest, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to have a baby shower or not. Last time I had a baby shower, it was during lockdown. My mum planned it for me, and it was literally just my mum and my sisters, because normally, like, men don't really go to a baby shower. It was just my mum and my sisters and my nan. I would love to have a huge baby shower, but I don't have any friends. I don't. No, I would love to have a huge baby shower with like all my family and everything. That would be amazing. That would be incredible, but I don't know if I will have a baby shower or not, because I just don't know. How am I feeling? Basically, the whole pregnancy, I didn't know if I was even going to make it. Like the way that I was feeling, I couldn't see the end of the first trimester. I would lay in bed. I had a toddler to look after, and I would lay in bed thinking, oh my god, like, how long have I got left? And it was like, oh, you've got 4 weeks left. Basically, because in the first trimester, apparently all the symptoms go away after the first trimester. They have eased down a lot, but I am still feeling a bit sick here and there, and really tired. But I would lay in bed thinking, like, I can't do 4 weeks of feeling this bad. And I didn't have any of that with Riley, which is a reason why I am convinced that this baby is a girl, because with Riley I had no symptoms. I don't know if it was just because with Riley I didn't have a toddler already to look after. I could sleep when I wanted to sleep. I wasn't cooking any food because my mum would cook for me, because I was living at my mum's house. So I don't know if I just didn't realise that I was feeling sick, because I was pretty much being looked after and I could sleep whenever I wanted, blah blah blah. But this time it's really taken a toll on me. So I'm convinced that it's a girl, because the symptoms are so different, but we shall find out next week. Any more questions? I've actually got 2 accounts that I've put these questions on, so I need to just look at the questions on here. Sorry, bear with. Oh my god, I've been so excited to just talk to you guys about this. Like, so excited. Baby names. For a boy, we do not have any baby names, like none. No baby names. We didn't have any baby names for Riley at all until like 8 months pregnant. And then we chose Riley. So for a boy, we don't have a name. For a girl, we do have a name. So I was originally going to call my baby girl, me and Luke were originally going to call our baby girl Delilah, and we was always set on the name Delilah. It was never going to change. I'm happy to say that out loud, because I feel like with baby names, I'm happy to just say their name. Like, I'm not one of these people that waits until they're born, because I just feel like that's their name. So even if someone else takes the name, I don't feel like you're stealing a name. Like, how many people in the world have the name Annabelle? Like, even if someone else uses that name, it's always going to be my child's name. So I don't really mind about telling people. Like, I know some people just like the element of surprise, but I personally just want to be like, okay, this is my baby's name. So the girl was going to be called Delilah for so long, literally for my whole life. I was going to have Delilah. Luke loved the name Delilah, thank God. And now we actually have a completely different girl's name. Like, it's quite similar, but it's so different. I feel like so many people being called Delilah nowadays, so many new baby girls are Delilah, that I just thought, you know what, like, I want her to be the only one the only girl in her class with her name. And it was actually Charlotte, my sister, that told me this baby girl's name. So Charlotte has a friend. Once I know the gender, I actually will tell you guys what the name is. But my sister Charlotte has a friend who has a baby called Riley and a little girl called the name. And I was like, that's such a nice name. So I'm basically stealing my sister's friend's baby names. I didn't steal the name Riley from her. Will it be harder for you with a business and a mum of a toddler and a newborn? So this one, yeah, of course it will. I'm sure it will be a lot harder being a mum of 2 and running my business, but like anything, I'm just going to make it work. With Riley was an angel on earth. Riley was the easiest baby ever. He literally never cried. Like, I understand now, like, looking back at some of my stories that I used to post on Instagram, I understand now why some people might have got annoyed at me, because I was just posting, wow, he's just such an angel baby, like, he doesn't cry, like, because I was just in shock. Like, everyone was like, babies are so hard. Riley was so easy, and anyone that ever had him or looked after him or met him was like, he's so easy. Like, he'd literally sit there laughing, and then he'd only cry if he wanted a milk, or if he wanted his bum changed, or yeah, a milk, bum change, or burp him. I forgot that you have to burp babies. It's gonna be so weird, like, getting a newborn, because obviously you don't burp toddlers. But yeah, Riley was such an easy baby, and if this baby is anything like Riley, then I think it would be a breeze. Like, Riley slept through from 2 weeks old, from like 7 o'clock till like 9 in the morning. Like, not even 7 till 7. Like, he would sleep for ages. Like, he was so lazy, and he was just so happy. And I think the reason why he was so happy was because he's got so much sleep. I think the reason why he was so happy was because he got so much sleep. Can't talk properly. But yeah, if the baby's anything like that, then I think it will be a breeze. But you know, you can't always be that lucky. I might have a baby that's really hard. I think it's going to be so cute because Riley, this isn't even a question, but I think Riley can help me out so much, like where the age difference is. He's going to be nearly 3 and he's already helping me so much, like around the house and things like that. Like he's not helping me around the house doing housework, don't get that wrong, but I mean, like if I need something, I'll say, oh Riley, can you go, every morning I say, oh the post is here, can you go get the post? And he runs to the door and gets the post for me and things like that. So I feel like I can be like, oh Riley, can you go get me a nappy for the baby? Or and you bring me the baby's bottle, and he'll just go and get it. And I just feel like he's really going to enjoy helping and looking after the baby with me. He loves children so much that I just think I'm just so excited to see him become a big brother. Just the way that he acts with children. The other day we was at the airport. I actually put a story up about this. The other day we was at the airport and there was a baby crying. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. We landed in Spain and there was this toddler crying and Riley was going, oh no, baby cry. He was going mwah, 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 and his baby teddy bear, you know, the one that he's like really defensive about, that's his baby. He was going, baby want baby, and just being so cute. Or like, baby want Gigi. His Gigi is his dummy. And he's just, I just can't wait to see him be a big brother. I just think he's going to be the best big brother ever. And I just feel like I can't wait. And do you know what, it's so weird because talking now, like the baby is here with me right now. Like with Riley, I never really felt like he was ever going to be here, and I never, like, obviously I had a bump, but I never associated that with being a human inside me. But now, because I know that there is going to be a human at the end, obviously I knew that there was going to be a human at the end when I was pregnant with Riley, but I mean, like, it never feels real with your first. With your second, like, I know that this is going to be a human. And it's like me talking about the baby. It's like the baby's in there being like, Mom, you're talking about me. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Any more questions? I don't really know. This video's getting to like 30 minutes long now, so I might actually end this off. But if you do have any more questions, then just ask me either in the comments or send me a message, DM me, whatever. And I will be happy to answer. So yeah, really, really excited. Feeling extremely blessed, really happy, and yeah, thank you for watching my video. Please leave me a comment, leave me a like, all that good stuff, and yeah, hopefully see you in my next one. Love you always. Bye.